first off, thank you guys so much for having me. My name is Clara De Soto, and I'm the co-founder of Reply AI. Reply is an enterprise-level chatbot building and management platform that makes B2C communication more manageable and efficient via messaging channels and voice AI. We're currently powering conversations for brands all over the world, including Hewlett-Packard, Ryanair, and Nike. And what we've learned from them is the greatest value that a chatbot can deliver is in effectively reaching millennials how, where, and when they want, at scale, one-to-one. One-to-one communication is vital for insurance companies to service their customers. And this is true from the top of the funnel all the way through to claims. Now, for years, this has been call centers or stacked teams of claims agents. But the problem with these is they're expensive, and they're really hard to scale. And the reality is people's preferences have changed. We are now officially in the messaging age. Messaging is global. It's something anyone can do. It's already installed on phones. And it's the preferred communication method for the largest consumer group on the planet, millennials. That's why you've been hearing so much about chatbots lately. Chatbots are software that automate actions, services, and access to information via messaging channels. And in the messaging age, chatbots are essential to meeting customers' expectations. And companies need the right partner in order to succeed in this new model. And that's what we provide at Reply. Reply is an end-to-end solution that provides an evergreen technology layer to build, manage, and optimize chatbots that scale communication across messaging channels, markets, and in any language, all while maintaining the highest security standards. In human terms, Reply is the plumbing that makes sense of the chaos and opportunity of messaging. Now, Reply bots can improve, or rather impact, business processes for insurance companies in a variety of ways. They can generate revenue, they can cut costs, and perhaps more importantly, they can improve the overall customer experience. And I'm really excited to show you an example of how we've done just that for a company, an insurance company in Japan. I'm going to go ahead and transition over to video. And by video, I mean my computer. Excellent. So whoever speaks Japanese in the audience, you're in for a treat. So LifeNet is an insurance company that it's actually Japan's first ever publicly traded insurance company that is entirely online. LifeNet was able to generate revenue by deploying reply bots on both Facebook Messenger and Line. Line is another popular messaging channel in Japan. And what's interesting about LifeNet is that 75% of their new customers are in their 20s and 30s. So nobody knows better than LifeNet. The millennials make purchases very differently than other groups. They don't make a split decision based on a persuasive salesperson. Instead, they like to take personalized information, in this case, a customized estimate based on their needs, go back into the Batcave, maybe ask their parents, and make a decision on their own terms, in their own time. And then once they figure out that this is the right fit for them, proactively return to LifeNet, now a fully qualified lead. Using traditional methods of communication in order to service that purchasing behavior would be extremely expensive. But instead, our bots allow them to improve their conversion rates by 3x, because bots are able to provide that personalized asynchronous communication channel. Now, while it's great to be able to generate revenue, reply bots can also cut costs for LifeNet by being able to automate a portion of their customer support. So often questions are easy to answer, or it's the same 2 questions every time, or at least account for about 60% of them. So in this case, we're able to botify their frequently asked questions. Please excuse the word botify. I think it's a terrible word, but I haven't thought of a better one. Essentially, we're able to botify their FAQ and take out as much as 60% of of that call center volume. But perhaps, again, most importantly, and reduce their high-touch, low-value interactions. But most importantly, we're able to, these bots allowed LifeNet to meet these millennials where and how they want on these messaging channels, and ultimately, improve the experience all around. So how do we do this? So Reply has sort of 3 key areas: bot building, bot management, and then our takeover tool. So when it came time to building Reply, we wanted to ensure that our bot building capability was as code-free as possible, mostly because we wanted to ensure that those that know the subject matter the best could truly be at the helm of bot creation. So our bot building tool is a code-free drag and drop interface. You have a little simulator over here. When I open up one of these boxes, again, everything is visible in plain text. So no matter which department within an organization owns the chatbot project, that anybody can come in here and they can make changes without having to burn developer hours. So I open up the box and I can choose from a drop-down menu what the bot is doing in that particular moment, if it's sending a message, calling an external API, any number of actions. But the real sort of beauty is that not only can, you're able to build once on Reply and deploy anywhere your customer is. So we support all the major messaging channels: Facebook, Telegram, Kik, Twitter, we're an early partner of, Skype, Line, as I mentioned, in Japan, SMS, of course. We get asked very frequently about WhatsApp. Unfortunately, WhatsApp is not open to bots yet, but as soon as it does, we'll be there. We also have a web widget that can be custom branded, again, based on your requirements. And then the other cool thing that we're the only ones in the market that do is that we can put a bot in an ad unit. The number one question we get is around discoverability, so we figured why not just piggyback on existing discoverability methods, in this case, digital ad spend. This is just a standard rich media ad unit. This example is from a supermarket chain in Norway. It's just a simple, in this case, it's a recipe finding bot. But what's unique about this is that they saw a 32% engagement rate, which is bananas. So build once, deploy anywhere. Also, we have a built-in CRM, but can also integrate into existing CRMs. So that means that anytime somebody engages with a bot that's been built on Reply, we create a profile on that user. This is what that profile looks like. We store the entire transcript of the conversation and a customizable profile. So up here, or rather in the building environment, anytime you see a green box, it's because we're telling the bot to remember what the user's response is in that particular moment, and to take that response and store it as a piece of metadata in the user's profile. And this is significant for two reasons. One, we're able to personalize the flow of the conversation precisely down to what's important to that customer based on what they've told us. So in the case of, in an insurance experience, if we know that the user is looking for home and car and that they have three dependents, essentially all of that can be stored within this conversation, then we can tailor the conversation based on those answers. So that's, obviously useful for that reason. And then secondly, for a customer support handoff, which I'll get to in a moment. In terms of analytics, we're able to track down to the single digits where the traffic is coming from, and also who is interacting with our audience segmentation tools as well. We have dynamic groups that allow us to send customized communications to people based, again, on how they're engaging with the bot. Reporting, we're also able to customize based on the whole flow of the conversation. This is an example from Vio, which is a laptop company. So here they want to track what models people are interested in, whether they have a warranty, for instance. But the third piece really is that takeover tool, and here's a video of how that works. So our expectation isn't to train agents on an entirely new platform, but instead we're able to integrate into your existing customer support tools. This is an example of an integration into Zendesk. So not only does the so at any point seamlessly a handoff can occur from bot to live agent, but the real magic is that we're able to pass off all of that context that's captured in the user's profile. And context is really what we've seen is what turns a transaction into a conversation, which is ultimately what strengthens the relationships between businesses and consumers. And again, you can see the live agent doesn't have to learn any kind of new interface, and instead it integrates into their existing ticketing system. I want to see if I can get you guys out of here a little bit earlier. So with that in mind, that's the Reply platform. What we're most excited about really is the vast potential that this has to turn messaging into really that new front desk. And as millennials continue to get older and seek out insurance plans, we believe that the insurance companies that are innovative enough to meet those millennials, or rather those future customers, where they are the ones that are going to win and to really succeed and take advantage of this new and ever-growing market share. So with that in mind, I want to thank you guys all so much for having me, and we have a booth in the back and stickers. So at the very least, come and get a sticker. And may you never need kill switch.